For centuries, the tarot cards have tumbled through history, a tantalizing blend of mystery and beauty. Packed with potent images and ancient symbols, these cards have predicted the rise and fall of kings and empires. Linked to the most ancient mystical systems, the tarot cards' origins are as mysterious as the source of their powers. How can a pack of cards probe the past and unlock the secrets of the future? And how do tarot readers use the extraordinary images on the cards to unravel our deepest, darkest concerns? The tarot is more than a set of beautiful cards. It's a system of divination, a way to reveal the unknown. Penetrating mystery and deception, it answers questions about the past and the present, and hints at what is to come. Millions of people have discovered for themselves the uncanny power of the tarot. Among them was Jean-Baptiste Bernadotte, general to the Emperor Napoleon. France, January 1804. Bernadotte arrived at the house of celebrated tarot reader Mademoiselle Lenormand. He had heard of her success in using cards to foretell the future and wanted to test their power for himself. Pretending to be a businessman, Bernadotte asked Lenormand to predict the outcome of a fictitious commercial venture. As she did with all her clients, she told him to shuffle the cards and concentrate on the question he was asking. She then focused her mind and spread out the cards. The first one she turned over was the Knight of Swords. She told Bernadotte that he was no businessman, but a high-ranking military officer. The cards had seen through his disguise. You are not only of high rank, she told him, you are connected to one who will be made emperor. The third card was the King of Swords, and you yourself will one day be a great king. The last card was death. If the cards were accurate, then Napoleon would become Emperor of France. But if Bernadotte were to become king, would he have to overthrow Napoleon? Later the same year, Napoleon indeed became Emperor of France. In 1818, 3 years after Napoleon's downfall, Bernadotte was crowned king, not of France, but of Sweden. The tarot continues to enlighten those who use it. In the hands of a skilled reader like Patty McLean, the tarot can illuminate every facet of life.
The tarot is a wonderful philosophical system that can get into all the nuances of your positive and negative energies in terms of how you're conducting your life, and it can show you what you're doing wrong and where you need to give some thought to making correction in your pattern.
Life is often likened to a journey in which obstacles are faced and options chosen. The images of the tarot deck reflect the stages and the challenges of this journey. To the uninitiated, the tarot cards are just pictures. To the trained reader, they are a language. The reader is the translator, the intermediary who tells the querents, as those seeking the reading are called, what their cards mean. Tarot reading is a very personal business. There's no such thing as a right and wrong way to read the cards, and readers vary widely in both style and method. But the principle of a tarot reading is always the same. The reader, or sometimes the querent, shuffles the cards, and the reader lays them out according to one of a number of set patterns, known as spreads. Then the reader interprets the cards and addresses the querent's particular concerns. People seek a reading in order to focus for a while on their life, to reflect on their personal situation.
They want to know, am I on the right track? Am I making the right decisions? Or other times it's very much about, why am I making the wrong decisions? And the good readings, when people come in and they have got a lot of mess, and they are making the wrong decisions, but what's good about those readings is that they're prepared to try and work out, to take that responsibility. What am I doing wrong? Is this a pattern? Am I working through something? You know, how can I best alter my approach to make the best out of what's happening around me?
Whatever the querent's motive, there's no point in trying to conceal it. To a skilled reader, the cards reveal everything.
I do a very basic Celtic cross, so for me I put 2 cards down in a cross shape. Now for me, 9 times out of 10, with those 2 cards, I have got exactly the situation why they've come for a reading.
Most readers agree that the cards are like a code, and the reader the code breaker. The pictures on the cards are ancient mystical symbols. Parapsychologist Susan Blackmore believes that they trigger responses on both conscious and unconscious levels.
All these things speak of experiences in people's lives. And so it's not surprising that when you look at these pictures, they inspire emotions, recognition, nostalgia. All of these things come pouring up in response to the cards, just because they are common, human, basic experiences.
Tarot readers are trained to identify every level of meaning in the images. Learning to read tarot requires dedication and practice. Bob Place finds that the best readers combine knowledge of the cards with intuition.
To read tarot cards is a talent, but you can learn. I believe that all a talent is an aptitude. So some people have more aptitude than others, just like for art. Anyone can learn to draw, but not everyone is going to draw like Leonardo da Vinci. You must learn about the symbols and the wisdom tradition behind the symbols and what the symbols mean. But then you must make the leap of faith. You must make the intuitive decision, and that intuition, which is just basically looking at the pictures and telling a story.
Learning all the imagery of the tarot would be quite a challenge. Each deck is different, and the meanings assigned by the deck's creators can vary considerably. There's no such thing as one definitive tarot deck. There are literally hundreds to choose from. It doesn't matter which deck is used. As long as the reader thoroughly understands the deck's symbols, the outcome should be the same. Most readers settle with 1 or 2 personal favorites. With constant use, the deck's images become so internalized that the readers are hardly aware of the code-breaking process.